He is, without a doubt, the most watched person on the entire planet, a one-man media empire. But how in the world did Jimmy Donaldson, a quiet, kind of shy kid from North Carolina, become the global phenomenon we all know as Mr. Beast? Well, in this breakdown, we are going to deconstruct the exact formula that turned a teenager's hobby into a full-blown billion-dollar enterprise.
To really get the scale of what we're talking about, you have to start with this number, over $1 billion. And that's not some company valuation, that's the estimated personal net worth of the empire he has built. I mean, that's a number that rivals old-school media companies. And it all started from a teenager's bedroom. It's just wild.
So that brings us to the real question here, right? How does a self-described introvert, a kid who was battling this really tough chronic illness and social anxiety, how does that kid become the biggest star on the planet? The answer isn't just luck. It's a very specific and very powerful formula.
And to understand that formula, you first have to understand the guy behind it. And his story? Well, it starts in a place that feels like it's a million miles away from the insane spectacle and extravagance he's known for today.
You see, before all the stunts, before the spectacle, there was just James Donaldson. His childhood was pretty normal, marked by his parents' divorce, and he was a super quiet, introverted kid. He's even said he really struggled with social stuff, a total world away from the confident showman we all see now.
And believe it or not, his first real love wasn't making videos. It was baseball. That was his entire world, his singular focus. But then, a sudden health crisis just completely changed his path forever. He was forced to give up the one sport he loved, so he retreated into a new world, one he could actually control right from his room, YouTube. And he started with just a basic phone.
Now, it's really important to get how serious this was. Crohn's disease is not some minor illness. It's a chronic, painful condition that totally upended his life. But in a weird way, that adversity also kind of trapped him in his house, and it forced him to channel all of his obsessive energy into just one thing, cracking the YouTube code. Okay, this next part of the story, this is where everything changes. With his back completely against the wall, Jimmy decides to go all in on his YouTube dream. He starts making these huge, high-stakes bets that were either going to launch his career or, well, leave him with absolutely nothing.
And the pressure wasn't just coming from inside his own head. His mother hit him with that classic ultimatum. Go to college or you've got to move out. So what did he do? He faked it. Yep, he pretended to go to classes every single day while he was secretly filming videos with his buddy Chris, betting everything they had on one last shot at YouTube stardom.
This is where the legend really begins. His first breakthrough idea was brutally simple, but almost inhumanly difficult. He decided to count to 100,000 on camera. It took him 40 straight hours. This insane, grueling stunt was the first real glimpse we got into the extreme, obsessive dedication that would become his trademark. And guess what? It worked.
So that counting video got him noticed. A brand called Quid offered him a $5,000 sponsorship. But Jimmy, even way back then, he understood his value. He boldly told them, hey, this video is going to go viral, and I'm worth double. He negotiated that deal all the way up to $10,000, and they said yes.
So, okay, he's got his first real paycheck, 10 grand. The logical move would be to, buy better equipment, maybe save it, right? But Jimmy's logic, well, it just operates on a totally different level. What he did with that 10 grand would literally lay the foundation for his entire empire.
He took every single dollar of it and gave it away to homeless people, filming the whole thing. And the video exploded. You have to see, this wasn't just about charity. It was a psychological masterstroke. It tapped into this powerful emotional loop for the viewer and, just as important, for the algorithm, which loves high-engagement positive content. This became his flywheel. Earn money, give it away in an even bigger video, earn more, and just repeat.
So, getting that first viral hit was one thing, but turning it into a repeatable system, that's what separates a one-hit wonder from an absolute mogul. To do that, he became obsessed with deconstructing the very DNA of what makes a video successful.
And the crucial thing to remember here is that this was not some overnight success. It took him nearly 8 years of relentless trial and error for him to finally master what is arguably the single most important element on YouTube, the thumbnail. He didn't treat it like an art. He treated it like a science.
And his formula is actually surprisingly simple. First up, color theory. Use bright, contrasting colors to make the image just pop on a cluttered screen. Second, the rule of thirds. You place the key subjects off-center to create a more dynamic, professional look.
And third, symmetry. Our brains are just hardwired to find balanced images pleasing. He combines all three of these, creating a thumbnail that is almost impossible not to click.
But as Jimmy knew, getting the click is only the first step. The real secret, the actual key to the algorithm, is keeping people watching. So he developed this super precise minute-by-minute formula to maximize how long you stay on the video.
And his retention formula is just as scientific. So in the first 10 seconds, he confirms the promise of the video's title and thumbnail, building instant trust. The next 50 seconds are just a rapid-fire series of stunts to build up momentum. He knows that viewership usually drops around the 1-minute mark, so right then, bam, he hits you with this stunning animated hook. And then, at 3 minutes, just as your attention might start to fade again, he throws in another major stunt. It is a perfectly engineered psychological roller coaster.
And that right there is the ultimate takeaway from his playbook. Clicks get you views. But retention? Retention is how you dominate the algorithm. Crafting an experience that holds a person's attention from the very beginning to the very end. That's how you don't just get views, you build an empire.
And the results of that formula? I mean, they speak for themselves. This isn't just about a YouTube channel anymore. We're talking $1 billion net worth, a physical product in Feastables that's sold in stores everywhere, and a 9-figure deal with Amazon. He has literally transcended the very platform that made him famous in the first place.
So we have to ask, is this the new blueprint for modern stardom? Is this combination of radical generosity, obsessive data analysis, and just extreme, insane dedication the formula that's going to define the next generation of entertainers? It seems like MrBeast hasn't just mastered the game, he's written a whole new set of rules.